All right. Fucking round of 32. Picks. Dawson's live from Western New England.
Reporting live from Springfield, aka the birthplace of basketball. It's WNE Senior Day, even though it's March, so make sense. Currently just walking around. Obviously, as you can see the scenery, it's beautiful here. But we're here to talk about basketball, so let's talk about basketball.
Yeah, we got 16 games to rip through here. Game starting in about an hour from now.
My arm's a little tired, so let's get this going.
All right, kicking it off today at noon, a little afternoon. 9 St. Louis against 1 Michigan. St. Louis getting 12.5 points. I'm going to take both the spread and St. Louis to win. St. Louis looked incredible. I think Michigan looked a little weak against Howard. Give me St. Louis spread and money line. Give me both.
Yeah, I think Michigan's gonna eke one out, but I do agree with you on the plus 12.5 for St. Louis. That team was lights out shooting against fucking Georgia. Georgia I thought was the more physically imposing team, and they just got bullied all game. So, I'm gonna go plus 12.5.
All right. 245.
Should I just take a squat on this person?
Yeah, just post up right there.
Hold on. You want to try to hang out with this dude?
Nice. All right.
People think I'm probably a fucking crazy person walking around here.
You are a crazy person. 6 Louisville against 3 Michigan State. Louisville getting 5.5 points. I'm going to take the Michigan State points and money line. I don't think Louisville is all that good. I didn't take them in the round of 64. Certainly not taking them here.
I think the tournament committee over the last 2 years has done a pretty good job of seeding Louisville. Last year they got that 8th seed, even though they were ranked. But the ACC was just so unpredictable last year that that warranted. I think the 6th that they got this year was also warranted. I think it comes down to coaching. I think Tom Izzo is definitely the better coach. I think Pat Kelsey's knocking on the door of, being one of those prominent figures in the new age of college basketball, but I don't think the guard changes yet, so I'm going to take the points for Michigan State and them to win too.
All right.
Well, yeah, they would win too anyway, but whatever.
Moving on, we got 9 TCU against 1 Duke. TCU getting 12.5 points. I'm yet again going to take the 9 seed to both cover and win because fuck Duke, and they looked bad against Sayana. However you pronounce it, Sayana, however you want to pronounce that. Yep. They almost won, so. And TCU looked incredible.
I would say the likeliness of 2 9 seeds covering the exact same spread. One of them just can't, so I'm going to take Duke to cover this 12.5. Strictly because I don't think both teams do it.
Stupid pick. At 6-10, we got Texas A&M and 2 Houston. A&M getting 10.5 points. All these spreads to me just seem a little too fat. I'm going to take the A&M spread. Houston to win, but give me the 10.5 points. I feel like all these games are going to be closer than a 10-point margin.
I would agree with that. Just totally walking into somebody's way here. Let me get out of the way. You see, this is what the price of field reporting is. You know what I mean? You get a little bit of public embarrassment. I'm gonna go with. Say the pick again. I don't even know what it is.
A&M 10.5 points against Houston.
I'm gonna take Houston minus 10.5 because I think that this Houston defense this year has been a little bit underwhelming, and I think they're starting to turn it on just at the right time. I think Fleming, Sharp, Uzan, I think Sinak's playing a lot better for his freshman self. So I'm going to take Houston's defense to really come alive, and I think they're going to cover this 10.5 against A&M.
All right. At 7, we got the Longhorns from Texas. We got them getting 6.5 points against number 3 Gonzaga. I'm going to take the Texas points, but Gonzaga to win. Texas is obviously got some sort of new life here in the tournament, playing way better than expected. They just playing great basketball. So give me the horns.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take Texas plus 6.5 too. I think they honestly probably win this game. I think out of the 11s that advanced, them and VCU, I think they definitely have a better chance. I think Tremont Mark is playing exceptional basketball right now. And I think the guy Volkatitis in the middle is just he's an imposing force in the center that I think nobody really realized that this Texas team actually has a front court presence. So I'm going to take Texas to cover this game and probably win. I think this Gonzaga team is really not all that good. I mean, outside of Graham Ike, their guard play is questionable. I mean, they've lost to Santa Clara and they've struggled with the WCC this year more than they have in years past. So, I had BYU originally beating them in this matchup, so I'm going to take Texas too.
All right. 7:50. We got VCU going up against Illinois. Speaking of VCU, they're getting 10.5 points. Like you just stated, definitely of the two. Don't like VCU as much. Going to take the Illinois spread.
Yeah, I agree. After watching that Penn game, or lack thereof watching it because of the better games that were on at the time, they didn't struggle with Penn at all. This Eastern European team they've built is pretty fucking good, man. As much as I want the Euro game to not infiltrate college basketball, it already has. So I'm going to take Illinois and Brad Underwood's group of vodka drinking Europeans to cover this 10.5.
All right. All right. We got 5 Vandy against 4 Nebraska. Vandy giving 1.5. Even though I didn't take either of these teams in the round of 64, Vandy's looked pretty good. So I'm going to take Vandy over Nebraska and fuck Fred Hoiberg again and his son.
Yeah, Tyler Tanner for Vanderbilt had a huge game against McNeese. It was always in favor of, no matter what the score indicates, they did win by, 10 points. But, they were well in control of that game much after the second half, so it was never really questioned. I'm going to take Vanderbilt strictly because I don't think Price Sandford has another he literally had 5 threes in the span of 4 minutes against Troy. And look, they were in that game with Troy for the mass majority of that game up until Price Sandford just started going nuts. So I'm going to bet on Price Sandford to not do it again. And I'm going to take Tyler Tanner and the Commodores to advance to the Sweet 16.
All right. The last game of tonight, we got 12 High Point against 4 Arkansas. High Point getting 11.5 points. I'm going to take them both to cover and win. A whole lot of dogs on the Saturday slate for me. I think they're just playing unbelievable basketball. And Calipari is he's a loser. So,
Calipari is Calipari. However, I think this game really comes down to how healthy Malik Thomas is.
All right. Moving on to Sunday's slate, we got 7 Miami against 2 Purdue. Purdue giving 7.5 points to Miami. I'm going to take both the Purdue spread and them to win. Purdue is one of my favorite teams in this tournament. I think they're going to the Final Four. Said that in the Run of 64 video. Not in love with this Miami team either, especially after last night. Give me Purdue.
Oh, didn't Miami convincingly win last night? They won by 14 points.
Yeah, but the game was...
You thought it was a little shaky, even though you were worried about your UConn Huskies losing to Furman?
All right. Settle down.
I would just say I don't think we really watched enough of that Miami game to make any opinions.
They look shaky.
No, that being said, though, I'm going to take Miami plus 7.5 because I think this Purdue team is riding the high of their season, beating Michigan in the fucking Big Ten championship, and I think they've kind of, they've overspilled their milk when it comes to. That doesn't even make any sense. They've overwhelmed their stay. They've overwhelmed their stay when it comes to getting hot at the right time. I think they've already gotten a little too hot early, and I think this Miami team.
Milk.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense. Let me turn around on that note because I'm walking into fucking nothingville. Yeah, give me Miami plus 7.5. I'll take Purdue to squeeze out the dub, but I don't know. I feel like Purdue all year has been a team that you're like, why on earth do they have that ranking attached to their name when they just underperform so much during the season? That's my take on that.
Spilled milk. Moving on.
Yeah, don't cry over spilled milk, Purdue. All right.
7 Kentucky against 2 Iowa State. Iowa State giving them 4.5 points. I'm going to take Iowa State to both cover and win.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like that spread's really low for what this game is. So
we don't know. Well, I mean, I think it's only that reason because we don't know how healthy Joshua Jefferson is. He rolled his ankle early on in that game against Tennessee Tech. He was seen with a walking boot on post game. I mean, I don't know. Who knows if he's even going to play? That's going to be an interesting one. That being said, I'm still taking Iowa State minus 4.5 because I despise Mark Pope and to take it away for ruining my Santa Clara plus 3.5 bet yesterday, even though they shouldn't have been able to get the shot off. That's neither here nor there. I think this Iowa State team, as I said in the video before, is one of the best defensive teams in the country, is led by senior elite guard play, and is led by, thank you for letting me cross the street, sir, and is led by hopefully Joshua Jefferson, who's not all that banged up. His x-rays came out negative for a broken ankle yesterday, so hopefully he suits up and plays, and I don't really have to worry about this, you know?
Yep. Next up, we got 5 St. John's against 4 Kansas. St. John's is giving them 3.5 points. Going to take the Johnnies spread and them to win, obviously. John's obviously looked incredible last night. Looked incredible against UConn. I won't get any further detail into that. Kansas was winning convincingly last night until some late blunders. With that being said, just give me the Johnnies. Big East supremacy.
Yeah, you want to talk about Big East supremacy? I'll give you a little bit of Big 12 supremacy. I'm going to take Kansas minus 3.5.
You mean plus? They're dogs.
They're plus 3.5.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Give me 100%. Give me that plus 3.5. Then that makes it even better. I think that game, like, you know, me being a Kansas minus 7.5 better yesterday, that, you know, barely eked that one out. Thank God. I mean, the heroics of Dominique Daniels on that Cal Baptist team was very hard to recreate. Got up some really ridiculous shots late in the game. Game was never out of the question, but that being said, it still was a little bit of a cause for concern. A thing that I'm not concerned about is fucking Darren Peterson's willingness to play in this game after dropping 25 and hitting 3 threes yesterday. So I'm going to take Kansas to beat St. John's and probably win the group too.
All right. We got 6 Tennessee against 3 Virginia. Virginia getting the 1.5. Not sure where that line's coming from. I know
crazy.
Tennessee beat the hell out of Miami, Ohio, but I feel like this is a pretty easy pick. Virginia points, Virginia money line, Virginia all around here.
Yeah, you wish I took that. I'm going to take Tennessee minus 1.5. I think Nate Ament is one of the
you were all over Virginia.
One of the more underrated, yet one of the more talented freshmen in this class that has really not gotten a lot of TV time because this Tennessee team is starting to underperform a little bit. But him combined with Jacoby Gillespie, I'm starting to run out of breath because I'm walking around all this fucking him combined with Jacoby Gillespie, 2 senior guards. I mean, you know what the saying is, guard play wins in March. So I'm gonna take Tennessee minus 1.5. And this has nothing to do with the fact that Isaac McNeely, one of the best guards on Virginia, is from West Virginia. He didn't transfer to West Virginia because he's a coward. So here's my answer.
All right. 9 Iowa against 1 Florida. Iowa getting 10.5 points. I'll take the 10.5 from Iowa.
Wow, dude, these are ginormous spreads.
Yeah, these are huge spreads, and I'm gonna keep on riding it. So Iowa spread. I like Florida to win, but our boy Bennett's gonna cover. Give me Iowa.
I mean, I think Bennett starts. He did have a pretty off shooting night yesterday against Clemson. I mean, I don't think he was about 5 for 17 from the field, but I mean, still without a doubt was the best player on the floor the whole time. Getting all the attention offensively from defenses. I mean, I think he's one of the better players in the tournament. So I'm going to take Iowa to cover plus 10.5. And don't be surprised if this Iowa team gives you a little bit of scare.
All right. Moving on, we got another 9-1. We got Utah State against Arizona. Utah State getting 12.5 points. Another monster spread. I'm going to take it again. Give me the plus points. Arizona to win, though. Utah State, I definitely didn't expect them to come out and beat Nova yesterday. They looked pretty good. Able to come back and win that game. So I think they'll cover against Arizona.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you that I don't have Big 12 bias, but I still think that Arizona is going to cover that 12.5. I just think they're too physically imposing on the inside when you talk about Henry Visar and Koa Pete. I mean, two of the most physically dominating players in the Big 12 this year are going to be going up against Mountain West Bigs. So I'm going to take the 12.5 in favor of Arizona.
All right. Moving on. We got 7 UCLA against 2 UConn. UConn giving 4.5 points. I'm obviously going to take the spread. Points. That's the spread.
That's the spread.
Going to take UConn spread, UConn money line. Haven't been in love with this UCLA team as it is. And obviously, roll Huskies.
I'll tell you what, I haven't been in love with this UConn team over the last 72 hours.
But Terrace Reed is all of a sudden the best center in college basketball.
Terrace Reed has a 35-point, 27-rebound game, and you can only beat Furman by, 11 points? And it was a 5-point game.
Everybody loved Furman. I see why they loved Furman now. They're a good basketball team. Everybody loved Furman. We know why now.
I guess we do. That being said, though, if Braylon Mullins doesn't get his head on straight and he starts missing shots like he did yesterday too, they're going to be in trouble because Donovan Dent's not going to let those mistakes go quietly when you talk about, more experienced players that have been in the dance before. Donovan Dent's one of them, with New Mexico last year. Won in an upset last year. This is a similar situation for him. It's not a 10-7, it's a 7-2, but, I mean, I know you're shaking in your boots for this game. You don't feel good about it, as well as all of my
fine. I'm not feeling good. Don't go throwing that around that I'm not feeling good about the game. I feel fine.
In a world full of Connecticut fans, I need to be the realist as the outsider, and I'm telling you that
shaking. Nobody's shaking. We're not shaking.
You do not want to play this game against UCLA, so I'm going to take UCLA plus whatever they are. I'm not going to take the win because I'm not stupid, but
yeah, whatever. All right, the last game of the round of 32, we got 5 Texas Tech against 4 Alabama. Tech giving Bama a 1.5. I'm going to take Tech. I haven't been in love with the Bama team. Bama's looked bad against Hofstra. I'm huge on this Tech team, so give me Tech. Go Big 12. You heard me say it.
Apparently we can agree on something with the Big 12. Yeah, I'm going to take Texas Tech too. I think Donovan Atwell and Christian Anderson yesterday against an Akron team that was considered one of the best in the MAC, if not the best in the MAC. Oh, wow, I'm totally walking into, Senior Day Central over here.
Good thing we're wrapping up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, Christian Anderson was on another level yesterday. Donovan Atwell is one of the best shooters in the country. I'm going to take Texas Tech to win this game. I think Nate Oates, as respected as a coach he is one, a scumbag, and two, I'm a big fan of Graham McCaslin and this Texas Tech culture that he's instilled. I mean, if JT Top, you like the music?
There we go.
If JT Toppin didn't get hurt, dude, fucking Texas Tech would be in my Final Four and probably winning the fucking whole tournament. It's a shame he's not playing, but I don't think it matters. I think Texas Tech still wins this game.
All right. That's those are 16 picks for the round of 32.
Covering the camera.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get back to my brother's senior game. I hope
signing
you
off
guys,
from Western New England.
Yeah, see ya.